Hello, welcome in if you're coming on in. Today we are going to be talking about having a pet in your classroom. Hello, I teach, and let me know guys in the comments, go ahead if you haven't been in here or even if you have, introduce yourself and so I can say hello. But we are going to, in a minute, talk about having a pet in your classroom. I have had a classroom pet for 2 years now. Hey, Yolanda, New York City. Oh, I love it. I grew up in New Jersey, so New York City is always has a special place in my heart. Sorry, I just hit that microphone. I love this city. Oh, I would love to go grab a meal in Little Italy right now. Yum, yum, yum. So let me introduce myself, guys. Sorry, I'm salivating thinking about New York City right now. So my name is Desiree, and I am a speech-language pathologist, and I work in the schools. I currently work in K through 6 is my age group that I work with. And I thought I saw her crawling up behind me. I have a class pet that I've had. I actually have a hamster. I've had 2 different hamsters. I'm on my second one. But I have a class pet in my room, and I absolutely love it. And I wanted to tell you guys some of the benefits of it. And because a lot of times you think of like a larger classroom and how it can work also in the smaller group setting too. It's been a huge motivator for my students. It's been an incredibly positive experience for me. And I want to let you guys know too a way you can get it. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, can you see this site here? It's called, and feel free if you want to take a screenshot for later, it's called petsintheclassroom.org. And this is where you can go to get a grant to fund that classroom pet. And I know if you're anything like me, let me put this down for a second, and I will put it back up in a second. If you're anything like me, you hear the word grant and you think, oh my goodness, you think a whole lot of paperwork, and we're pretty inundated in paperwork to begin with, just with our jobs, right? So you think, oh my goodness, this grant took me, I would say, all of maybe 5 to 10 minutes to do online. It is really that simple, that quick. And there are a lot of pets to choose from. I'm going to show you Winter that I have. Winter is, and I'm going to be at a new school this year, so I think Winter may get renamed because my last name is Winterbottom, and that is entirely too confusing. I think the kids named her Winter because the kind of hamster she is she's a winter white hamster. Come here, Miss Winter. And she is like the friendliest hamster, guys. Oh my goodness, she is so sweet. Come here, sweet pig. She loves people, loves kids. And what I thought was cool about a winter white hamster, see, look, I don't know if you guys can see her. She's kind of coming up here. Come here, sweetie. You want to come on out? Come on out. Come on. You're getting camera shy. Come here. Come here. She is like the sweetest thing. But the I got Winter at PetSmart. You can see her. And, she's the sweetest thing. She's probably like, what is that? I put this little light on my phone, so she probably is like, what on the world? I am nocturnal, and there's a light shining on me. But they are nocturnal. However, Winter comes out frequently during the day in my therapy room. She just wakes up all the time. I'll tell you guys a little bit about how I used her, but she is so sweet. And I got her, she's a winter white hamster, which, hold on, buddy. So there's a little guy who is like dying to get on TV all the time, so I think he sneaks in the room every time I'm on here. But so Winter is a winter white hamster, which means that this is what they had told me. However, she is not quite held true to this. In the winter, they are white with a gray stripe, which is true. She had a much more prominent gray stripe in the winter. Sorry, I'm holding her too low. And then in the summer, they're supposed to turn gray with a white stripe. Her gray stripe kind of faded a lot, but I haven't seen a whole lot of gray. She still looks pretty white to me. But so Winter, what she does in my therapy room is I have an articulation station set up in my therapy room where when we come in, they have a mirror that they all go to, and they they'll say all their sounds and do all these things, and I have Winter's cage strategically placed by that, and I'll let them know that they can't yell those sounds, they can't, they need to really concentrate on saying them really nice, and that Winter's really listening for what they're doing, and then she inevitably tends to come out during that time. So they, of course, believe that it's because they did a great sound, and, hey, who knows, maybe she's the first hamster SLP that we know of, who knows, but she is fantastic, and she has been very social with letting the kids hold her. I haven't had any issues with that at all. I do keep hand sanitizer right next to her cage, so after we hold her, that's our rule, you have to put hand sanitizer on, and give her treats and things like that. Winter is my second hamster. The first hamster I had was a robo hamster. I'm going to put Winter back in her cage just so I'm talking and not concentrate on holding her. You don't need to hold her, buddy. I think someone wants to get on camera. I cringe at the camera, and he eats it up. So Winter, is my second hamster. The first hamster I had was a robo hamster, which are really teeny tiny, and she was really sweet. Her name was Sunny, very sweet. But she was kind of a wild girl. She was all over the place, so she definitely wasn't one that the kids could hold or things like that. Which, she would run around the ball, put her in the ball. You could put task cards, any kind of language cards, things like that, around your room. Whatever they roll over in the ball, use her in therapy that way. I can say that she has been such a motivator for my students. Some of my kids that are the most, she's out of the room now with my son. Some of my kids that have been the most behaviorally challenging I swear, I'm are you like the hamster whisperer? They have this intuitive sense with animals, and I think it's that fresh start, and it's been amazing in my room. It's been so incredibly rewarding. But a hamster is not the only type of animal that you can apply for on that grant. So with the petsintheclassroom.org, and let me hold that up again. With petsintheclassroom.org, what you can do is you apply for a grant. You can apply one time for your initial grant. Okay, so the first time you can apply, you can either apply for a flat $75 reimbursement, or you can go through, depending on if you have different pet stores in your area. There's one for PetSmart, Petco, a Pet Wonderland, or Petland, I think. There's all different pet stores, and if you go to petsintheclassroom.org, you'll see, and then click on what's near you, or if you have a couple near you, click on a couple different ones to see, because each pet store offers different types of animals. It could be a hamster, a parakeet, a turtle, I'm trying to think, tortoise, a fish, are some too. So if you're kind of thinking, okay, maybe I want to get into just on the fish end, I think chinchilla is one of them at one of the places. So, but with the pet, what it does is it offers you half off the price of a pet. With the hamster, they wind up going on sale all the time. I think it was like $4. It was that, it's real hot. A lot out of my pocket, But then it also gives you money for the supplies, for the cages, for everything like that. And it just sends you a voucher, and you go right to your pet store. It's that simple. They do open it up in August every year, which is why I thought it would be a good time to let you guys know about it. And once you apply, you usually hear within 4 to 6 weeks, and that's when you get it. Now, after, like I said, it is a one-time grant, so you're probably thinking, okay, well then now what? So after that, you then, for any subsequent animal, you get, like I said, Sunday kind of had run her course a little bit. Yes, Pets in the Classroom, it's a really wonderful organization. It really is. You go on their website, you can see videos, there's a whole lot more information, some frequently asked questions and whatnot. But there also once you have a pet, there's then the next year you can apply for a sustaining grant. So, and these grants, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, are open anywhere from K through 8th grade. So if you are, unfortunately, if you're in a high school setting, at least if there may be a grant out there, but this is not that one. But anywhere from K through 8 is what this grant is for pets in the classroom. But there's a sustaining grant, which then will, if you apply for the sustaining grant and then you send them in their receipts, and they'll reimburse you up to $50 for your supplies for the year, which is nice. I will say that a hamster, I had never had a hamster before I had a pet in my classroom. And I babysat a hamster for a kindergarten teacher friend for the summer. Her dog and the hamster just weren't friends. I have a Yorkie, and for some reason she and the hamster are friends. It's bizarre. I'm like, aren't you supposed to want to hunt these things? It's really kind of weird, but anyway. I'm glad you don't live in a castle in England like you're bred for. So you clearly don't. But I digress. They'll send you $50 then to help sustain the animal. And like I said, my hamster has been very, very easy to care for, and the benefits have far outweighed any work or whatnot, because it helps instill that caring and that compassion in your students. And I will tell you that my concern, and maybe yours too, initially was I thought, all right, well, I'm going to try it, and I'm not going to lie, I tried out the hamster because I thought, okay, not to be morbid, but they aren't around for all that long. They only kind of live for a couple years. I thought, well, if it doesn't work out, okay, I'm, not stuck with I shouldn't say stuck, but if you were to pick a tortoise, they probably would outlive me, and I was concerned about whether it would be distracting or not. And I will tell you, absolutely not. It's really not. The kids love her, and then all the kids in the hallway kind of will peek in your room like, oh, that's that room with the hamster, and you become kind of well known for that, in a good way, right? But they are not distracted by it. They're very motivated by it, and you can use it sometimes as a motivator. Okay, if we can get all this done, maybe the last 5 minutes we'll take out Winter, and we'll pass around and we'll talk about following directions and what you need to do. Like I said, Winter has been phenomenal. I just started out with just letting the kids give her treats for the first couple of weeks. I'd say, give her a little piece of papaya or something, little treats, just so they could kind of get acclimated to her and she could get acclimated to them before they ever kind of held her. So I kind of let her kind of get acclimated, and she has been so friendly with letting kids hold her. And in fact, we laugh because I'm like, I've never known of a hamster to be like this, but if somebody comes in the room, if I come in the room in the morning, she climbs the cage and she kind of gnaws on the cage and whatever till I pay attention to her. It's really funny because she seeks out that attention. It makes me laugh. I've never known a hamster to be like that. Not that I've known that many hamsters, but I didn't realize that they could be that friendly. And she is. So, we've done, like I said, language activities. It's great for descriptive language. When we got her, we learned all about her. They have pamphlets at PetSmart, which are a nice little resource too, that you can learn all about her if you're doing any kind of AET kind of activities with describing things. All kinds of things like that. There are, you can, like I said, you can put task cards all around your room and let the hamster roll around on a ball. I chose to get a female hamster because I babysat a male hamster, which he was very sweet, but he was male, and you could tell he was male anatomically, his anatomy. So just, for me personally, I just decided I didn't really want to venture on that conversation should it come up. So I went with the female. But I don't know. As far as temperament and things that, they didn't seem to say they were any different. However, just so you know, in your area, this is what I learned, which I can understand why, but at PetSmart, for example, where I got Winter and Sunny, PetSmart in one town will have all males, the PetSmart in the next town may have all females, but they only, within the store, carry all of one gender, for obvious reasons, where they'd probably be overrun with hamsters, but just to kind of give you a heads up on that. But do you guys have any questions? I feel like I've done a lot of rambling and talking, and I haven't done a lot of answering questions. So, do you have any questions? I don't see you guys in here. I'm hoping I didn't lose connection. A couple weeks ago, I lost connection. I didn't know it, and I was talking to myself, I think. All right. Well, at least give me a thumbs up if you guys, even if you don't have a question, you can hear me. I just want to make sure I'm still on and live. This is not looking good. Okay, well, I'm going to hop out of here then and check and make sure that I didn't lose connection, because that very well may be. And if I have, I will hop back on. If I have not, I will see you guys next Sunday. And thanks for tuning in.